Have you ever wondered why some people can accumulate wealth while others continue to struggle with debt and endless expenses? Why did you never learn about money in school? What have you never learned about money in your entire life? You'll discover these secrets in this short video. Get ready for a journey of discovery, where we'll unlock the secrets of how money really works, far beyond just saving. We'll delve into the world of personal finance, entrepreneurship, and more. Are you ready to change the way you think about money? Stay tuned because this is a conversation you won't want to miss. Do you know boxer Mike Tyson? He was the greatest boxer of all time, earning millions of dollars over the course of his life. He is estimated to have earned over $350 million during his career. However, he declared bankruptcy in 2003 with a debt of $32 million. So, I ask you, why do many of our actions or motivations in life have an insatiable desire for big money? Why do you want this so badly when the real problem seems to be our ability to manage it? Learn a valuable lesson: money doesn't require disrespect. He's an excellent employee, but a terrible boss. Learn to master it, or it will master you. Currently, Americans have the highest credit card debt in history. You haven't learned anything. Debt is an invisible burden carried by the country's most vulnerable. Of course, this isn't the reality for everyone, but consider for a moment your own attitude toward money and how money manifests in your own life. What is money to you? When you receive an amount, how long does it stay in your possession? It probably slips through your fingers quickly, doesn't it? This put him in a vulnerable position, a vulnerability that brought him closer to get-rich-quick schemes. That's when you might see an ad from a guru saying that you can get rich by buying their course. While my channel aims to cover these topics in one way or another, I realize that our perceptions of money are sometimes more critical than our ability to generate it, especially when our own brains are wired in a way that prevents us from being financially free. Does it really matter if you're earning more than 6 figures a year if, by the end of the year, you don't have anything left in your account? Where does this make sense? It's time to solve this mystery, and not only that, but explore a better way of understanding money. The truth is that we have been taught how to make money and spend it immediately. In reality, it should be about making money, investing a significant portion, saving, and then spending. Now, think about what money is, or rather, what it represents when you make a purchase on an online marketplace, or when you get paid for your time at work. What is the meaning of money in these transactions? Money is commonly defined as a medium of exchange, an instrument that facilitates the sale, purchase, or trade of goods between parties. But I don't think that tells us much about what money really represents. I think the best way to understand money is as an expression of value. You exchange a certain amount of money to buy something because you realize that its value is equivalent to the amount of money you delivered. Of course, the price is often not determined by you as an individual, but by the market as a whole. But focus on this point: money equals value. Why is this so important? Because we often attach a moral meaning to money. You've probably heard the saying that money is the root of all evil. We look at someone who seems to have great wealth and assume they were lucky or dishonest. It never crosses our minds that the person generated value to earn that money. Understanding that in order to make a lot of money, you need to create a lot of value is the best way to realize that money is not necessarily bad, nor does it make a person bad. Certainly, there are individuals who deceive you into believing that what they have to sell is worth it, but this reflects more on the person themselves than on the money. Money simply broadens your options and expands your horizons. The choices you make with that money have everything to do with your own moral inclinations. Thus, money is an expression of value, it just amplifies what a person already is. If someone becomes arrogant when they accumulate a significant amount of money, it's because they've been that way all their life. She's never shown it before, but now that she has money, it's only amplified who she already was. If a person is humble without money, having money in his pocket will make him even more humble, because money only amplifies a person's existing traits. Now, how does this change the reality of someone living paycheck to paycheck or someone consumed by credit card debt? Simply mentioning money equals value, and that doesn't change anything. I may make you see money differently, but to address this question in practice, I need to ask another question. What is your relationship with money? Money comes into your life and goes away. This relationship is often expressed through your income and expenses. Another practical way to express this, which I particularly like, is its production versus its consumption. For most people, money comes into their lives because they have produced some form of value, usually in the form of labor. Money goes out when they consume something, such as a Netflix subscription, a new car, a house, travel, and various other expenses. In many ways, we can look at an individual's net worth as a metric for determining their relationship between consumption and production. Consider for a moment all the money that has come in and out of your life. How much of it do you still have in your possession today, or have you invested in some kind of asset? Do you think you're out of balance or need to improve it? The probability is both, but for most of us, the big issue is in our consumption. One study reveals that 90% of workers spend their entire paycheck, even those earning $100,000 or more per year. You could argue that someone who earns six figures a year may still want more, but when you're paid a figure that's significantly above the average salary and cost of living and still finds a way to spend it all, your spending behavior needs to be corrected before you can make more money. Any wealthy celebrity who has filed for bankruptcy can demonstrate that making a lot of money means nothing when you have a gambling problem. Working hard doesn't guarantee that you'll make a lot of money. It's about working the right way and generating value instead of selling your time. Try to sell a product. Your time is limited, but the products you can sell can be unlimited. Things are starting to make sense now, aren't they? A real rat race is someone who lives on the financial edge, constantly feeling that the moment money comes into their life, it disappears immediately. The more responsibilities you have, the more dangerous this relationship becomes. The loss of a job, an unexpected health issue, or any unexpected circumstance can put your financial situation in crisis. The first step to getting your financial life in order is to become aware of your relationship with money. This is usually done by keeping track of your monthly spending, writing down everything such as rent, transportation, food, clothing, entertainment, and so on. It's about understanding yourself as a consumer. But this part is challenging because, in behavioral finance, this feeling is often labeled the ostrich effect, which is our tendency to avoid negative financial information. It's that feeling you get when you refuse to check your bank account after a night out, fearing what it might reveal. However, once you've gone through this phase, it's time to take control of your spending behavior. This usually involves the idea of budgeting, deciding each month how much you intend to spend on each of these categories, and sticking to it. It's about systematically observing what you consume and finding ways to minimize those expenses, ending up living below your means. In other words, having a lifestyle that still leaves you with enough money to save and invest in one way or another. It's also essential to note that before you decide to invest, one of the most common practices in personal finance is to keep an emergency fund, a specific amount in investments that you save for emergencies. This reserve would typically amount to 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses. But why is the idea of living below your means important? Why would we choose to do otherwise? Why would we choose to live a lifestyle we can't afford? I could make a whole video about our cognitive biases. The ostrich effect is just one of them that can affect your financial condition. There is a tendency to privilege short-term rewards over larger rewards in the future. You choose to buy a new pair of shoes instead of saving that money for a future investment. Most of the time, you don't even need those new shoes. You bought them just to impress people you don't even like. When people around you are buying something, you feel compelled to buy it too, simply to avoid the feeling of being left behind. They're not just literal neighbors. This social pressure is much more pervasive in our lives. We are all vulnerable to social approval. We can say that we don't care what others think of us, but the problem is that we measure our self-worth by the number of people who like what we post on social media. To be clear, I'm not saying that buying expensive clothes, jewelry, or a new car is a bad thing, nor do I believe that consuming is inherently bad. The purpose of this video is not to philosophize about the repercussions of a materialistic view of the world. It's about drawing attention to who you are as a consumer. Do you care more about looking like you have money or actually having money? Beware that the facade of being rich can make you genuinely poor. The rat race isn't just about working, but living a lifetime chasing after things, whether it's a paycheck or a material possession, so that your most important life goals are pushed into the background. If you want to break free from this rush, it's fun to talk about making money or imagining having the most wealth. But what's the point when your relationship with money as a consumer means losing everything or having to work non-stop to fund that lifestyle? That's the real rat race. But with all that said, let's talk about how to make money. Now, let's delve a little deeper into the stock market and the opportunities to make money. It's easier to cut expenses to match the amount you consume than it is to increase your income by giving advice to a mass audience. It is usually the best choice to adopt a strategy of living extremely frugally, saving every penny and investing as soon as possible with the intention of retiring as soon as possible. Minimalists share a similar view, although it is more rooted in philosophical positions about the world and materialism. Do you know the secret? The most impactful way to create value is to identify a problem in the market, create a solution to that problem, and sell that solution to the market on a large scale. This is the entrepreneurial path where a large and successful company can generate a significant amount of value for society, causing the productive side of the equation to grow exponentially compared to a standard job. However, this is not a path that everyone can or should follow. It's about reflecting on your own capabilities and whether entrepreneurship is best suited for your direction. That said, to increase your income, don't rely solely on your salary. Look for a way to have a second source of income. Producing involves providing relative value to the market in some way. I have utilized my acting, presentation, and video editing skills to create videos that I hope will be entertaining and educational. Fortunately, the market has responded positively. Your way of production might be to develop an app or software that solves a problem that you believe the market would pay for. For most people, the standard 8 to 6 job is their means of production. However, that doesn't mean your ability to produce stops there. To understand yourself as a producer is to find ways to add value to the market. If you can provide value at scale, that means making money at scale. Fortunately, the internet has provided many opportunities for us to create something and put it on the market. Whether the market truly wants what you've produced can only be determined after you've released everything you've created. In short, it's important to first become aware as a consumer by understanding what you buy and why you buy it, recording your consumption on a notepad, and then setting a budget to manage and control that consumption. Production, then, becomes a matter of maximizing the amount of value you can bring to society through labor, a business, or some other means of production. This board helped me, as I'm sure it helped many others interested in making money. Before I leave this video, I want to say thank you for watching to the end. You're still here, which is proof that I've provided some sort of value to you in one way or another. So, make sure to click on the like button. If you want to see more videos on topics related to finance, money, entrepreneurship, and business in general, feel free to hit the subscribe button. That's it, my friends. I hope you have a blessed day, but don't leave just yet. Watch one more video on our channel. We have some great content that I'm sure you'll enjoy. See you next time.